You see? Only when I'm not recording do we get what was a very easy win. Only when I'm not recording. I guess maybe I wasn't meant to post videos of me actually advancing in the tier or advancing through competitive. Who knows? Gotta figure something out. See why that's such a coincidence when I want to record these matches and I'm feeling good about myself, and then suddenly I'm recording and it's always loss after loss after loss after loss. But when I'm off camera, it's suddenly a win after win after win after win. Maybe I should just stay off, just go through gold 1, get into plat 3 without recording, and maybe then I can restart recordings. But see if the curse holds true, the elo curse that I'm in right now. Yeah, look at this. I just did another game off camera, and look at this. It's a win. I was MVP on Luna. Look at this. Look, plat 3. It's just not fair. Yeah, here's the one I recorded, which I'll post up. And then here are the 2 I did not record, which, whatever. Okay, so here's what's been happening. So I've been doing a lot of competitive, and a lot of competitive means I'm still stuck in gold 1, and I have so much footage from all these games. But what's really strange is every time I record the competitive stuff, quick matches. Okay, so here's the last time I played competitive, back on the 24th. So every time I play competitive, that's when I'm recording and I'm losing a game. But every single victory I have here in competitive is when I wasn't recording. So I don't know why it's like that. I think I played, let's see, what's today? The 26th, yeah, 24th. So yeah, a couple days since I played competitive. But every time I decide to record, it's always going to be a lose for me, a loss. But every time I'm not recording, it's always going to be a win for me. And I don't know why it's like that. But you can see these 2 wins here, 51, 11, 5, 55, 6, 0. This one was when I was using Iron Man, because no one wanted to counter Iron Man. There was no bans. Other team wanted to use Moon Knight and Squirrel Girl on Central Park. You know, it's a good map for them, but, you know, no one wanted to counter Iron Man until it was too late. And then this one here, this was me as Angela. Look at that. I had a Penta in one game, which was amazing. Just no one wanted to counter me. They did have a Punisher. Punisher wasn't great. But yeah, I was basically harassing the back line entirely, and no one could stop me. Oh, and then you can see the bans for that round. Kind of the reason why I made it a little bit easy for me is as Angela, is because we did not have Iron Man or Spider-Man. They were banned, and they didn't have Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, who counters Angela pretty well. So we're going to do a recording session. I think I'm gonna do maybe 1 or 2 games. I'm kind of over it right now as far as this whole week has been for competitive. If I can win 2 games, I don't think I'll win 2 games on camera. I will be getting into Platinum 3, but more than likely they will be losses. But let's just see what happens. I can easily flex my role. I don't mind just supporting, because every single game I was in, where every single one of those was a defeat, the heals weren't really strong, and we didn't have primary healers. Everyone wanted to be like Mantis or Rocket or Adam, just someone who has good burst healing. But, well, Mantis doesn't really have burst healing. Her healing is just kind of there. We didn't really have very many Sue Storms or Lunas, Cloak and Daggers, or at least if they weren't banned. Let's try this. It's morning. I've got my coffee. I took a cold shower. I am focused. Can't say the same for the rest of my team though, but let's just see what happens. Okay, we got someone who wants to use Angela. Cloak and Daggers. You know what? I'm gonna go easy with my heals and just use Cloak. I don't normally play Cloak and Dagger, even though if you guys could tell, she's level 25. I don't really like the idea of just holding down left click and that's it. I really like playing strategists, characters who actually play more like a strategist, like Gambit or White Fox. And believe it or not, people are now starting to pick up how to use White Fox. White Fox is now really, really good with a very divey team. If you have a really dive heavy focused team, like say Venom, Emma does have some good dive, but Black Panther, Spider-Man, Venom, Captain America, a really, really good strong front line with Venom and Captain America in particular. She is crazy with that dive, with the dive setup. You can get in there, use her shield to give you guys some invul frames, give herself the shield. But then after that, it just comes down to how well White Fox can survive when she's diving. But her heals are still pretty consistent, given that... White Fox does have consistent heals, even if they are a little bit weak. Okay, I'm gonna throw it a... They almost got taken out by magic, so they do have magic. Luckily, if I was any other support, any other healer, I would have died from that if it weren't for using cloak in her right click. Or cloak in his right click, I should say. Okay. They have, yeah, Wolverine. Yeah, they have 3 DPS. And we have Squirrel Girl who can kind of do some stuff on the front line. But Iron Man is the only one who can really, truly counter Torch. Just kind of stay in the back line and just hold left click. Okay. So far, Magic isn't really playing tactically. Oh, now they have Hela. Okay. So Hela is looking to counter Iron Man. Just kind of do a little bit of light poking. All right, I'm going to go for it. Ooh, almost got stuck. Okay, so Torch is more of a problem than Magic is.
Portal, I'm out. No, don't need to. We'll make it. We traded DPS.
I don't come across
We have to touch.
Torch as often, so it's kind of hard to say whether or not he's strong. Also figure out a pretty an interesting way to heal more consistently with White Fox, and it's the same thing that you guys are noticing with my cloak, is to aim at the ground and allow the projectiles home in on enemies or allies easier than just trying to shoot them.
Got Portal 2 off. Got Portal 3 off.
All right, we got lucky with the obstruction here on Hela's ult, so Strange didn't have to go in there, although it would have been nice if he did.
No, they don't portal. They don't make the portal. I portaled them off.
Okay, not too bad. We were kind of struggling a bit. DPS, I think, needs to make some changes, or at least a little bit easier to focus on the Torch. Torch is a little bit more of a problem because of his flames. Okay, we now have Hela and Rogue. Rogue might work a little bit better. It is a good map for her. Hopefully Hela has good aim. Squirrel Girl, well, we're just gonna let Squirrel Girl do her thing. It is good that we don't have a Squirrel Girl to deal with on their team though, because if it would, we're gonna have a lot of problems. And this particular section of the map, the Phoenix Egg area, is gonna be tricky, assuming they have Squirrel Girl. But I'm not switching off to anyone else besides just Cloaking Dagger. I could use Luna. Maybe Luna might... Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I should use Luna. It makes it easier for me to deal with flyers.
An opportunity for combat.
They got Ultron now.
I am barely harmed.
Ultron, I think, I might have to switch over to Luna. Now they have Iron Man. Oh, why would Strange do that there? Alright, a waste of an ult on Ultron. I don't have to use my ult.
Blur.
We better retreat.
Hey, Invisible Woman, use your ult first before I use mine. Just whenever you think it needs to be used. Or save it, or I can save mine for a magic ult.
Wait, Elsa's open? Nah, no, Elsa was open.
Behold, Earthchild! Anyone willing to help? You captured more than half of the mission area.
There we go. Good communicate. I was able to at least communicate with our other healer. Now that we do have to focus a little bit more on when to ult. Okay, Rogue was pushing up, but I do have my ult ready. Going for it. All right, was able to get that save. Big time. That was a big time save.
Us against the world! Feeling fantastic. Fury is almost yours!
Huh, the ult. Our Strange already had his ult again, huh?
Unlucky like the Zeal.
Blind them. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over
We can
to.
afford a clear. What does that mean?
I didn't
What is a
always
clear?
love my
Just stick
powers,
together.
but
We
now
can. I'm gonna make the switch over to
for certain.
Luna.
Damn, my boy just got one shot.
Yeah. I'm gonna snowflake Squirrel Girl. Well, goodbye, who is it? Rogue.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Control lost.
So now that Human Torch, now that Johnny's out of the picture, the biggest threat now is, well, the biggest threat just got eliminated very quickly out of the ult. I'm gonna snowflake myself for a moment.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Strange's power up with Invisible Woman is a little bit too strong.
I'm making a comeback.
Okay. I feel like they need to do some fine tuning with the with the ults because their enemy Strange managed to get his ult twice before I was even able to get my ult once with Luna. And like, look at that. I still have another 5% left to go on the ult. But I'm still going to stick with Luna because of their Cloak and Dagger. I do not want to be going in and out and then staying on point and then having to possibly leave point because of dual Cloak ults. That just doesn't work.
Be your best self. I have tagged a foe. Anyone willing to
Snowflake the Iron Man.
Thanks so much.
All right, we got to look out for this magic, guys.
Mission area is yours to capture.
We.
Against the world.
There's only 2 of them alive, by the way.
Comeback. Capture the mission area. Loa, over here. I can heal you. This place is worth a good look.
To be frank, I think Iron Man has the best eyes right now. He's the one who should be looking out for the magic.
Anyone willing to help? Another fearsome foe. We're finding our groove. That put a spring in my step. Over here.
Magic is behind us.
Closer to saving the world.
I suck. Thanks so much. Your team's captured
Ah, try and get the. Oh, okay. Missed the freeze on Wolverine.
I'm back in the fight.
Now we have Winter Soldier. We're seeing a lot of swaps on DPS.
A nice deep freeze.
You guys really don't want the elo.
Hell, you're frozen. There they are. Almost got it.
All right. Looks like we have no choice but to
Snowball fight. I am ready to put on
Oop.
a show. Keep fighting until we have
got blocked by the portal. It's probably going to be a loss though. Yeah, nothing I can do against Wolverine and a magic.
I'm back in the fight.
GG, I guess.
Yeah, you see, whenever whenever I'm recording, it's always going to be a loss. Always. This is why I just want to find. I need to find a team to actually play with, like people who can communicate. Yeah. Like, I think at this point, this is kind of like where I'm at now with competitive. I should just play it offline or something. I don't know. Maybe like figure something else out, or maybe figure something else to post and not be competitive, because every time, like I said, every time I'm recording, it's always going to be a loss. But whenever I'm not recording, it's always going to be a win. And at this point, I'm kind of already getting fed up with competitive. And look at that last team, that team, the DPS. I think Iron Man was a little bit more, he just wanted to be on Iron Man, but he wasn't focusing on magic. You know, you have eyes in the sky. You should be able to look at where the dive characters are going to be at. And then we had the Winter Soldier, who constantly kept switching off between like Hela, Squirrel Girl, I think. I think they could have stayed on Squirrel Girl. But yeah, that's where that's what competitive is looking like for me. It's the literal definition of elo hell.